Hey guys, it's Heather. If you haven't heard of Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx, look her up. With just $1,000, this lady created $1 billion business. And when I watched, I think it was a Bloomberg Game Changers of one of those, the Rise and Rise of series. And the thing that actually made the difference between her never starting the business and it going through the roof is that she found what's called a contract manufacturer. Now, you can go on right ahead and Google contract manufacturer and figure it out yourself. However, you can just watch this video, which takes you through what a contract manufacturer is, how you can use them to create your product, what questions you should be asking, etc. And just give you a bit of an idea of Sara's story. She had $1,000. She needed someone to make the Spanx product for her. She didn't have any development costs. So she basically needed someone to believe in the product enough to take on some of the risks by making the product, creating a prototype without getting paid, and then getting paid after she's found customers. Lots of rejections, as usual. But she found this one manufacturer who had a daughter, and the daughter said, "Dad, this is an amazing product. I think you should do this for this woman." And he did. He created the prototype for Sara Blakely. She went round the shops, and one buyer tried it on, and she was like, "I get it." And $0 to $1 billion. I think it's an amazing story, and I hope you enjoy this lesson on contract manufacturers. If you've just landed on this video and you haven't watched the intro in which I explain how I made $425,000 over 4 years using Amazon mostly, click here. And before I forget, don't forget the description has links to the training manual, links to my podcast, which you might enjoy, and lots of other useful stuff. If you've got a question, I am so happy and willing to answer it. Make a comment. I will answer all the questions I can, especially within the first 5 days of the video going online. What follows was recorded in early 2017.
Welcome to Module 3 of the Money Spot program, Contract Manufacturing. Discovering that I didn't have to make my own products and that a contract manufacturer would do everything that I wanted in the way that I wanted was kind of a revelation for me, because I had been so bent on making my own products that I hadn't thought clearly about how much time would be consumed by making my own products, and hadn't thought very much outside of what is the most efficient way of bringing a product to market. Firstly, what are contract manufacturers? Basically, they're companies that make products for you based on a specific agreement. Instead of building your own factory, either in your kitchen or at some external facility, and making your own products, the contract manufacturer does it all for you. How exactly do contract manufacturers work? You contact them with a description of the products you need to be made, as well as any specific requirements. They then give you a quote for doing that work. They may have their own requirements. So, for instance, their terms and conditions might include a minimum order number that's necessary to work with you. So it's very common to find contract manufacturers that make beauty products to say they need a 5,000 minimum order, but there are actually a lot more that will take smaller orders than that. They might have restrictions on timeframes, and they will explain their process to you, which you either have to agree with and work with them, or not agree with and find somebody else. How exactly does a contract manufacturer help your business to grow? By saving you time and the capital investment, obviously. Normally, to make your product, you need machinery and workers, but by hiring a contract manufacturer, you don't need all of that. They are already set up to start making your product. If you hire a contract manufacturer, make sure that you can either buy the full rights to your product's formula, or that after a given volume of purchases, they will give you the rights to the formula. After some time, you may decide to build your own factory or use a different contract manufacturer, so access to the formula is essential. Where can you go about finding a contract manufacturer? You can use Google, so just search contract manufacturer and a state or country. For example, contract manufacturer Louisiana. This is just a random example. Your contract manufacturer doesn't actually have to live in your local area, they can live anywhere. 2, you can apply to join the closed LinkedIn group, Private Label and Contract Manufacturing. Last time I checked, they had over 11,000 members, so it's a very good source of information. Finally, if you want to use a British contract manufacturer, and by the way, you neither have to be British nor living in Britain to look them up, look for British Contract Manufacturers and Packers Association, BCMPA. What do you need to ask a contract manufacturer before you hire them? This is crucial. One of the bonus materials is an RFP or request for proposal template, so it will guide you. But overall, you need to ask anything and everything that's relevant to your business, as well as any foreseeable points of contention and disagreement. See the template RFP for specific questions. It will have been sent to you in an introductory email if you join the full program. When should you expect to pay a contract manufacturer for development? You need to agree a payment schedule. After a deposit, payment may be required periodically or after the product's been developed. When you make an order of product, you'd normally be required to make a deposit with the rest due before the goods leave the warehouse. As you build a business working relationship, trust develops and you'll normally be allowed to have more flexible payment terms. Why don't you go to your training manual now and do exercise 1, in which I ask you to list all the ways in which you might benefit from using a contract manufacturer rather than making the products yourself. In addition, please do exercise 2. It asks you, what are your current thoughts regarding contract manufacturing compared to making your own products? And what's the best manufacturing process for you? I hope you enjoyed Module 3 and that the contract manufacturing route is something that might help your business either now or in the future. At any rate, even if you're not going to use a contract manufacturer now, you've still got the knowledge and where to find them when that time comes. Enjoy!
There are a ton of people out there who have not heard of contract manufacturers. So if you enjoyed this video and you think someone might find it useful, please share it with them. Don't keep it all to yourself. And then do the usuals. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let's keep learning together. If you want to just learn a little bit more about personal finance, the link to my personal finance podcast is in the description. There's also a link to the training manual for this course in there. Lots of other useful stuff in the description. But if you've just got a basic question, I'm so happy to answer it. Please make a comment, ask your questions, and I'll answer them.